Good day. I'd like to start off by thanking each and every last one of you for helping to resurrect the Friends and Family Fantasy Football League. Uh, and that's about all the appreciation you're gonna get out of me. Cause right now I'm about to read off the power rankings according to Fantasy Pro. You can check out. Just go to fantasy. Just type in Fantasy Pro in Google, and it'll bring it up, and it'll give you their personalized opinion of how you did in your draft. And it's free to sign up, and then all you got to do is link the sleeper account, your sleeper account name, to Fantasy Pros, and it'll automatically give you information in regards to your draft and all. All right, so now that that part's out the way, first I'm going to start by giving the rankings according to Fantasy Pro. Then I'm probably going to give my own rankings because I created the league and what I say matters. So, according to Fantasy Pros, coming in at number 10 in the league is the ghost of Steve McNair. Uh, Babe, you gotta do better. We gotta do better. I mean, yeah, and listen, this is not even a rank on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, regardless of how you start, it doesn't matter. What really matters is how you finish, and I trust we're going to finish strong. So, look, babe, started from the bottom. Now we working on it. Next, in number 9 is Miss IAC, my sister, with a 71. And look, all I gotta say is we understand what happened. Like that situation where you got the wrong Nakua, and we gonna come back to that. Oh, believe we gonna come back to that because like that was a travesty, and like and it's not your fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, granted, maybe I should have moved the draft a little, a little later in the day, but you know what I'm saying? If anyone's to blame, it's your husband's fault. You know what I'm saying? He should have been there to help you, keep you from going down the straight. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the reason you had two people. You know, one going down the wrong road, you get the other one to bring you back. Like, hold on, no. That's not the Nakua you want. But despite all that, according to Fantasy Pro, you did better than my bae. Again, it's not where you start, it's how you finish. Coming in number 7 is Wash 7890. Washington, I think there was a personal feud going on between you and the ghost of Steve McNair. Like, you might be haunted all year. I'm just saying. Like, uh, I was in the room when that ghost was disturbed by some of the picks that you made. So I'm excited to see how this rivalry plays out all year. Coming up in number 6, yours truly, Papa was a Rolling Stone, because Papa was a Rolling Stone. And yeah, I got a 73. Things didn't necessarily fall the way that I anticipated. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess I'm just not used to a snake draft. It's been years since I've done a snake draft. And, picking from last place is something I ain't never played from last place. Like, I'm always in the middle. But I guess to make things fair, it was like, look, you set it up so you deal with the worst spot to pick. But again, we'll see where I finish. Coming up by somehow over me is Gamu's daddy. Like, the fact that you chose that name, like you were yearly a problem, and I guess I gotta thank you because without you, I wouldn't be in fantasy football. Like, I guess you are in just that one aspect, my fantasy daddy. Uh, so anyway, moving on. Uh, Now we're getting to the top 5. Coming at 5 would be Wild Jazz with a 78, according to Fantasy Pro. You had a strong draft from what I could tell, I feel like yeah, one of the strongest teams aside from Washington. But like I said, my rankings would probably differ from Fantasy Pros because you I look at the game a little differently. Um, but welcome, because I think welcome to the Friends of Fantasy League. By the way, I'm sure you'll get a chance to talk stuff about or talk stuff to everyone as the league continues on. Number four goes to none other than Clark's Win Championships. A little presumptuous, don't you think? Anyway, uh, he scored an 80. And I mean, like, you know what I'm saying, for you to score an 80, but then let your wife, you know what I'm saying, fall like she did on accident, man. Look, yeah, hopefully you make up for it in the season and just, drop some games to at least when you facing me, like, you know what I'm saying, because that was my sister. I entrusted her with you, and like to apologize to me, you should just go ahead and bow out, like just bench your players, you know what I'm saying, an apology for allowing my sister to do that. Out of respect, thank you. Moving on to number three, the Inglorious Bastards. I'll be honest with you. You flew under the radar. Like I wasn't necessarily watching your picks and everything like that because one, me and Jess, we was both distracted while we was trying to draft because I mean we was in the airport and trying to get rental cars and trying to like there was a whole lot going on while we were trying to draft. So I didn't get a chance to pay attention to your team, but I will be looking at your team to give a full analysis in my following video, which will be my personal rankings. Um, Now, coming in at number two with an 86, Nakua Matata. Everyone's aware that there was a debacle where someone thought they chose the right Nakua and they got the wrong one. And I tried to pause it to give them a chance. And there was an uproar. People were picketing. There were pitchforks. There were torches. And all in a matter of a minute and 45 seconds, y'all went full mob mode. Was like, look, that's just fantasy. That's how it goes. Like, she need to get over it. And then to add insult to injury, you gonna no worries, no worries with the name. Look, you and my sister obviously have your own beef, and I really look forward to seeing how that play out. And then coming in at number one, appropriately named Cup Runneth Over with 100, is look, Greedo, uh, you spend a lot of time at the bottom. I guess it's only right that you feel a little bit of the top at some point during the season. And for the final time, I'm going to remind y'all these are just Fantasy Pro rankings. Like these ain't these, and who does Fantasy Pro really know? Who knows? You might see something or might have chosen a sleeper that nobody else knows about. So don't let it go to your head and don't let it go to your heart. And it ain't about where you start. So yeah, other than that, like I appreciate the draft. It was, despite all the turmoil, it was fun. I'm looking forward to us go ahead and flying through this year. Um, y'all let me know. I'm thinking about making it so like there's a playoff buy-in, if you will. So like if you make it into the playoffs, you can put in like $10. You can add $10 to the playoffs. And if you win, and whoever wins the playoffs, you know what I'm saying, the people who win the playoffs, there'll be a payout according to like first, second, and third. If nobody pays into it, then, or if you don't pay into it, then the money, wherever places you go, the money just goes to the place below you. That'll be the way it goes. So then, like, you don't have to put money into it if you don't want to. But for those of you who like to go high stakes, and there's a whole lot, you want more than just pride on the line. We can talk about making that option. But let me know your thoughts. You can put them in the comments. I'll be checking this video when I post the next video next weekend. I'm gonna try and do a recap of each week. It'll probably be starting on the second week of the football season. So with that, hey, look, I'm glad all to have all of you, and if I can, I may do like phone interviews. Like if I can figure out how to get my laptop and all that coordinated, we may do phone interviews with like the best and the worst player of the week. You know what I'm saying? Just to get their recap. You know, like ESPN, they zoom in on people, be like, "Oh, you just got mopped. How do you feel?" I feel bad. I feel real bad. Like, how would you feel? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we go give y'all a chance to like, you know, air out your frustrations. Um, you know what I'm saying? We just gonna keep this league friendly and fun for the family. All right. So I'll be seeing y'all throughout the season.